Royal editors Roya Nikar and Kate Manzi join us now. Good morning, ladies. Interesting times for Prince Harry, milestone birthday, but there was a bit of an announcement this morning from him as well, wasn't there? What did he have to say?
We have had a statement that he's given to the BBC talking about his milestone birthday and saying how he felt very anxious about his 30s and turning 30, but he's very excited about turning 40. And he then goes on to talk about how his sort of modus operandi is, I want to keep showing up, doing good. And then he talks about how his two children, Archie and Lily, have completely changed his perspective on life and given him a new purpose.
OK, well, that's all fair enough. That all makes sense. But what we really want to know is, will there be a party and who is on the guest list?
Well, it does seem that there's going to be some sort of bash for family and friends, they say, in Montecito, where they live in California. Yeah. And what a nice party it'd be to be invited to that. And then he's going to have a weekend away, I'm told, with his friends, some of his closest friends, so that he can celebrate like that. But obviously we remember Harry used to be the party boy, but it seems that as he's got older, he seems to have chilled out a little bit more. So perhaps we won't see the scenes that we've seen in the past of trips to Vegas and such like, which he won't want to replicate.
Vegas won't be on the list, I'm assuming.
But we know that they mix with a lot of A-listers, and there's been talk about whether the A-listers like Oprah and people like that have distanced themselves from the couple. But recently we've seen Meghan and Oprah again at a book launch, doing some events together. So I'm sure
we'll see. Maybe hasn't cooled as much as it was reported, I think.
Yeah, and I think, you know, they're in a kind of happier place. As he turns 40, I think he's right, that he's got loads to look forward to. I understand that he's going to stop criticising the rest of the royal family, which I think everyone will be grateful for, and wants to move on into a kind of more positive mode of living and working. He's got his polo programme coming up with Netflix next year. Meghan's got her own show coming up, so we'll have to wait and see how they kind of move on.
You talk about the sort of A-listers that they are friends with. What about old friendships, Roy? Do they still exist? Is he still friends with people from school days and people from back here?
He is. I mean, he's got a few very close buddies over here that he's still in touch with, people like Charlie Van Strabenzi, he was at Ludgrove School with, Mark Dyer, who was an equerry previously to the Prince of Wales, who was a bit of a sort of older brother figure to both William and Harry. He's still in touch with him. So I think it wouldn't be surprising if some of those old friends go out and spend some time with him over his 40th.
Charlie's been out there to visit him, hasn't he? A couple of years ago, we saw them cycling around Montecito. And...
So he's still in touch with some of the old crew. But I think, you know, America and California, it's all about the new life for him. And, you know, he keeps talking about the new perspective he's got over there and looking forward.
Yeah, we assume Prince William will not be on the guest list. I think we all still believe that rift is there. There's a lot of strain. But do you think we might see a public acknowledgement from